Hello South Africa. Today is Friday, July 1, 2022, and here are the top 5 stories that have made headlines for today. De Ruyter must fall. Business leaders, politicians want Eskom CEO fired. If you're the CEO of a company, the buck ultimately stops with you. That's the message coming from several major organizations this week, as Andre de Ruyter faces up to the toughest challenge of his tenure at Eskom. The top executive has had a turbulent time at the helm of our beleaguered utility, presiding over some of the worst load shedding ever experienced in South Africa. This week, the nation was plunged into stage 6 power cuts, putting de Ruyter under intense scrutiny. Eskom CEO says he is not to blame, and instead, points the finger towards previous mismanagement and their failure to maintain aging units. However, this attempt to shift focus elsewhere has not gone down well with some groups, across both the political and economic spectrum. Inubini Tavern faces demolition, built illegally, municipality. The owners of the Inubini Tavern in the Eastern Cape are in for more woes as the Buffalo City Metropolitan Municipality has found that the establishment may have been illegally built, in addition to a string of other violations. The establishment has been under immense scrutiny after 21 teenagers, mostly aged between 13 and 17, died in the early hours of Sunday. The Eastern Cape Department of Health has already launched an investigation into the cause of deaths, but some media outlets have reported that carbon monoxide poisoning could be linked to the tragedy. Enough is enough, Gatwal Orania set to leave Eskom. Afrikaans town Uitenhage is set to leave Eskom's grid as the self-governing town has a solar farm to prevent reliance on the wobbly power utility. The frustrating ongoing load shedding has reached stage 6 yet again on Thursday, meaning large parts of the country will be without power for 4 hours at a time. Due to the price of electricity and the continuous load shedding, Uitenhage's end goal is to leave Eskom's grid. This is through their own solar panel farm called Orasol. Stage 6 load shedding continues until Friday. South Africans will no longer be getting a reprieve from stage 6 load shedding as Eskom has announced that this will continue at least until Friday, July 1, 2022. The power utility has said that due to strike action at its power stations, stage 6 load shedding will be implemented from 1400 hours on Thursday until midnight. This will be followed by stage 4 from midnight until 5 o'clock on Friday. From 5 o'clock until midnight on Friday, load shedding will be implemented at stage 6. A minimum of stage 4 will be required continuously over the weekend. Eskom continues to evaluate the situation and closely monitor the system. We will communicate and implement any changes as may be necessary, said Eskom spokesperson Psychonathi Manshensha. Beloved father killed by a shark at Plettenberg Bay identified. The man who was killed by a shark at Plettenberg Bay has been identified as Bruce Wolof, a beloved father who was passionate about the ocean. His family confirmed the news with the following Facebook post: "We will remember him as a loving husband, our dad and friend who was taken from us far too soon, while doing what he was passionate about." Galia Wolof. The National Sea Rescue Institute, NSRI, spokesperson Craig Lambinen said the Plettenberg Bay duty crew was activated following eyewitness reports of a shark incident involving a swimmer at Sanctuary Beach, on the Robberg side of Robberg 5, Plettenberg Bay. This is abuse, SAPS respond to shock viral video of smoking toddler. The South African Police Service, SAPS, has reacted to a viral video doing the rounds online, which depicts a smoking toddler taking drags from a pipe, in full view of the adults around her. The shocking footage has sparked a major backlash on social media, and there are now demands to find the parents who are responsible for this child. In the clip, the youngster is allowed to puff on the pipe as if she were a senior smoker, and no intervention is forthcoming. At one point, the smoking toddler appears to sneeze after inhaling the smoke, before taking another drag. Some adults were heard encouraging the child before the end of the video. Meanwhile, many viewers have been left to fear the damage this could be doing to her vulnerable lungs. Please subscribe for more news updates. This is Leah for the South African.